What is up, YouTube? It's your host with the most, Retro Bro, aka Big Brother, aka the grandfather of gaming, and today we're continuing where we left off on Jet Grind Radio. So when we last left off, we got Combo and Cube on the team, and Combo was telling us about what was happening in this part of the city they were living in and all the attacks and all that stuff. But anyway, long story short, this is a recap of the story that we're playing through at this portion, and it's mascot time, so we're about to put that work in with Combo. Now, for those of you that aren't too familiar with the game, or this may be the first episode that you've seen of this LP, this game is Jet Set Radio. It's a combination of rollerblading and doing tricks and putting out graffiti art to do different like portraits and pictures, and you can do all types of cool designs and stuff. I haven't done any customizations of like the graffiti and art and stuff yet, but I plan to do it next episode. I keep forgetting, so I'm going to make sure I try to get that together so you guys can see some of the different artwork and not just the same pictures spam and painted. But anyhow, each character has like these devices put in their skates that makes it go super fast, and that allows them to go at the speeds they do to do all types of crazy stunts and tricks, to get on top of machines and high buildings. So if any of you are familiar with anime, you know the anime Air Gear. This is very similar. In fact, Air Gear, the anime, was actually inspired by this game, Jet Set Radio, because this game actually came first before that. And it was actually inspired, said the creator. Can't remember the creator's name, but I actually looked it up. It was actually inspired by this game. So, for anyone that's a fan of that anime, you would definitely be a fan of this because, well, obviously it was inspired by this. Alright, so, in this level here, you see we got a lot of time because it's going to be really tricky. Now, if you kind of look around when you see like the weird camera angles as I'm trying to like jock for position here to get over to some of the other areas, most of the paintings are actually in the center of the stage in this particular stage on higher platforms. So it's really tricky because we're slower, so you have to really be precise with your jumps and the timing of them to get to the other side, as you see. But the good part of being slow here is that with the other characters, you go so fast at this portion that you actually miss some of the stuff you need to see and you don't see it. But because we actually grind slower than the other characters, it gives us time when we're grinding by to actually see what's going on and to make moves and adjustments when we have to. Not to mention, if you haven't noticed by now, Combo has the most life in the game. So in certain portions where we're kind of forced to paint pictures and we're getting hit by the enemies, it's fine because he can tank the hits no problem. Alright, so this time let's try going up. Let's try this ramp over here. Okay, yeah. That's definitely where we need to go. I forgot these were actually over here. Like, I was going to go on the ramp just to kind of try to get to the other side. But there were actually things to paint over here. So it's definitely good we came over here. And it looks like they got more executioners trying to get us. Okay, that's no big deal. These executioners are actually a lot less threatening than the other ones. Because, like, the other ones would, like, chase you and attack you. And these just electrocute the rails. Which, yeah, it stops your progress and hits you. But if you're not on a rail, like grinding on one of these, those things can't hit you. So, it's no big deal at all. Ooh, and I missed the rail again. Hit my face pretty hard right there, too. Well, they're running the other way where I kind of fell, and not where I am right now, so we're good to go. Oh, and here come the choppers. They got a whole squad after me, and they got helicopters that shoot. Alright, so the helicopters actually work pretty weird in this stage, too. It's like, they don't go everywhere and shoot you like they do in some of the other stages we do, for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why it's like that, but there's like, I guess you can say, safe zones. And in these safe zones, they stare at you like they're doing right now, but they don't actually shoot until you get within a certain range. So that's pretty cool. Like now, you see they're actually shooting, but when I was back a little bit, they weren't firing. Not sure why, but I'll take it because there's plenty of them chasing us right now. So let's go ahead, hop up here real quick, and we'll try to work on a better angle so we can get to where we need to get some more of these paintings. I mean, we only got 6 to go right now, so we're not doing too bad. Alright, so this time we're going to go up the steps. Try a different angle of attack. or a different angle of doing tricks, whichever you want to go with. There's some more cans over here too, cool. So I should be able to grind on the rail here, get this jump, yeah, no problem. And they got some health. Alright, so from here, the question is, can we make this jump? Probably not, because that was a really small grinding post. Like, there was no way a dude as big as Combo was just going to grind on that little piece of the flagpole to get across. Like, it wasn't going down like that. For no way, no how was that going to happen. Alright, so we got to try to find another angle, unfortunately. Luckily for us, though, we actually got a lot of this stage done pretty quickly. And we got plenty of time on the clock. Like, 7:40, we should get this. And if we don't, then that's really going to suck, because I am really not trying to do this stage all over again. Okay, and it looks like they're firing more now. So I don't know, like, are there safe zones, or are they shooting now more because I hit more paintings? I have no idea. Okay, yeah, they're shooting at us everywhere now. So maybe it's just as you get more paintings, they initiate attacks. Like, I think that's the rule. Like, I know that if that's the rule with particular bad guys, like, they attack you or they come out when you get a certain amount of paintings. So I guess that happens with the choppers too. Like, they come to the stage, but they don't actually attack until you get a certain amount. I know it sounds stupid, but again, there's a lot of enemies attacking, so I can catch every break I can. So I'm not going to complain about small speculations that give me an advantage. I mean stipulations, not speculations, sorry. It's a little late, and that was the wrong choice of words. Stipulations. Okay, so I made the mistake there because I was actually speeding through and I didn't realize that there were going to be two paintings there. So we got to make our way back over there. But we needed the momentum to get over here, so I guess it's not all bad. It's like, okay, I missed those, but I still had the speed to get over here. We can always backtrack to get that, but getting over here was obviously more difficult for me because I spent about, what, the past 100 seconds, maybe 110 seconds trying to get over there, and I finally got it. So we got the harder portion done. Ah, come on. Like, I've been making those jumps the whole time, and now I miss it while those dudes are chasing me. Forget it. We're just gonna jump in this one. Honestly, we didn't even have to do that. For some reason, that one was all the way on the ground. And we only got those two paintings in that spot we saw. So, if we can just get a good angle to get over there, we can hit one, then find another angle to get the other. Because the way it's set up, they have like those grind rail posts, so it means that you can only get one at a time. There's no way you can get both, because you're going to end up going over there and sliding off of it when you aim for the next one. Okay, and I hit the right rail, but I kind of hit the wall, so it messed up the amount of speed I had, so I lost the momentum. So we're going to have to try to find another angle yet again. Alright, we got up there pretty quickly. Doesn't look like any of them noticed us, though the choppers are still shooting at us. This time, I'm thinking, let's get some momentum and jump. Yes, that worked perfectly. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to hit this Yui real quick. We'll go ahead, grind, catch that jump. And see, this is what I'm talking about. We're going to land on the rail here. It's going to make us grind off of it, so we catch one. Now we have to find another angle to do the same thing, but to catch it on the other side and hit it, and we beat the stage. Dodging rockets, dodging assassins. We are killing it right now. Kind of can't help feeling like a trained monkey, though. It's like you're running from the cops, you're running from assassins, and you're getting shot at while doing it on roller skates. Like, to whose amusement, combo? To whose amusement? Anyhow, we should be able to make that jump. I hope we can make that jump. Nice, and we did. And that is the stage. Let's see what we get for a ranking. Turbo, not bad, not bad. It's a little bit above average. So we're like a top tier average player. Not bad, I'll take it.
I'm starting to get the feeling that those men in black suits are somehow connected to the Rokaku. golden rhino that he painted, does it have anything to do with the Rokaku? Is all of this their doing? And is anything strange going on in Tokyo?
So Coin is Combos and Cube's friend that's part of their initial group before they joined the GGs. And a lot of the characters that you've come across in this game, you can actually play as. For example, the rivals we took on, like the Noise Tank, the Love Shockers. If you beat every stage on Jet, which is extremely difficult, like I'm not good enough to do that, you get all of those characters. So there's other extras aside from that that helps you get characters in this, like get stuff in this game. So I'm not sure if there are any extras to get Coin. It may be possible to actually get him and to skate with him because he is a skater, so it may be possible. And if I remember correctly, he wasn't in the second game at all, so he probably is playable in some shape or form in this game. Not to mention, I'm playing the PC version, so there's probably some really cool mods I can find if I like dig for this game, like to get him or a bunch of other cool stuff. Be like, play Jet Grind Radio and rollerblade as Shadow the Hedgehog. That would actually be pretty cool. Like, I want to look that up now that I've brought it up. And play as Shadow. Just be rolling around and doing trips. And he would have like his little cheesy Sonic dialogue that he always says, like, pathetic. I'm the ultimate life form. That would be pretty fun. I actually want to try that now. Like, I hope that's a real mod now. Something else to put on the list. So, on the list we now have remembering to actually change some of the graffiti art so you can see some of the different art for the next episode, and looking to see if there's any cool mods to switch up characters for the game, just to give it a little extra spice before we finish the playthrough, because we're actually almost done with the game right now. So to just add a little like funny, goofy stuff would actually be pretty fun right now. Also, just to recap what just happened, this stage now has bombs, and they actually make a sound when you get close within the proximity and not like super close to it. So it was kind of dumb of me to get blown up the first time, because it lets you know so early that it's extremely easy to dodge, like I just did right now and on the previous one. But it's all cool. I was kind of in like the moment of daydreaming about playing with Shadow in this game and wasn't really focusing. You slip sometimes, it happens. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these cans. The majority of them are up by these idiots, but as you know, they're going to be going all slow. Look, they're going to be like, hey, it's him over there, and all their little chants and angry rants before they actually start firing. But on the other hand, now that I'm a sitting duck and I'm going for the one where I can't slide by and roll like I did on the other ones, I'm now going to be shot like you just saw. But it's all good because Combo is a tank. He takes damage really well. Alright, now this is actually where it gets tricky. We know we have one more piece to spray over here to the left, but in this part of the level, you have to go through the whole portion of the terminal. Keep in mind, the whole terminal is a combination of Stage 1, which was the first level of this game, Stage 2, and then that third portion we did when we had that race against Beat. I don't remember those areas too well. I know going through here is the way you initiate where you go. Going to the far right takes you to one portion, but there's one over here to the left somewhere, and I never remember exactly how to get to it, so that's kind of a problem, especially with the amount of time that's on the clock. I mean, we have a lot of time, but I have reason to believe if we have this much time, being as big as this terminal is, there's going to be way more paintings than in the last level. And that's where the problem lies. So, unfortunately, I can't find what we were looking for to the left. So, I'm just kind of scratch that for the time being and go to the right, to the section I do know, so we can go ahead and paint these. We'll worry about the left section last when I have more time to kind of look for it. Well, I won't actually have more time, but you know what I mean. Like, I won't have so much that I have to do that I have a little more time to explore, if that makes more sense. I don't want to feel rushed to do 2 portions when I can kind of just rush to do 1. I don't like having the pressure on me, man. It makes me crack. Oh wow, so they have bombs over in this section too, and I kind of crashed when I was skating, so it's really lucky that I like messed up and didn't get hit there. Like that was pretty convenient for me. Alright, so we know obviously the bombs are always by the paintings too, so we're gonna go by these sections and then slide past them just to detonate off the bombs, and then we'll paint them because the explosives will be gone. See, nice and easy. Guy's supposed to be a bomb master who makes bombs that sound like car alarms. Failure at life. Anywho, I believe we only have 4 more paintings for this section before we gotta try to go to that left section and find our way. Yup, 4. So we're gonna run from this section because it's about to blow. Get these 3. Alrighty. Not sure what kind of weird dance that was. And the maniacal laugh was just a little bit creepy / over the top. So, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen and get this last painting. It's a bunch of them chasing me too right now. But, as you guys already know, going to higher ground is the way you dodge any ground henchman. So there's nothing they can do now that I'm up here. Well, actually, the dudes with the whip can get the higher ground, but they're the only ones. And they're not in this stage anyway, so it's no big deal. And yes, according to the map, there are no more paintings in this section. So yeah, we go to the last section, which actually has 10 paintings. And the last section is actually the biggest section. So, though it's a bit more troublesome with the amount of time we have on the clock, we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and press on. And hopefully I can find... Oh, they got the coppers after us in here. 2 choppers over here. We about to get shot at as we try to find our way. They ain't about to catch me with these missiles though. I can tell you that much. Look at this. Ain't never seen a big man move this smooth. Oh, okay, I see. To get to the left side, you have to go behind the building. Nice and sneaky. Speaking of which, I feel the ramp coming on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, gripes and complaints I have with this game, though I love this game. Number 1. Okay, so the first gripe I have is that the map in this game sucks so much. And what makes it so bad is, okay, it gives you an idea of where the paintings are. So when, you know, we did the first stages of this game, it was cool because you were only in small areas. So it's like, okay, I have an idea where the painting is, I have an idea to go. But however, because the map has like no contour lines or any type of like drawings to kind of give you any physical features of the area you're in, you can't tell where to go if you're not exactly near a painting. Like, you understand what I mean? Like, if you're going to an area where paintings aren't, to try to get to an area where paintings are, because there's no paintings in that area, you're gonna have no guide on the map whatsoever on where to go exactly. And it just makes it hard to find certain areas. Like, this section here has a lot of the paint, so it's not a big deal. But in the section we were in trying to find this area, there's no way in the map that you could look at it and actually find this area. So you literally had to remember where to go. Or look at YouTube, because, you know, that's the cheat code these days. Watch another YouTube video as a guide. But I mean, you know, this is also an older game, and older games were pretty normal with having game design flaws like this, like not having good guides. It was like, back in those days, figuring it out was what you did with games. Like, take a classic game that everyone loves, like Sonic 3 for example. It was an amazing game. We loved it. You felt like you were going really fast with Sonic. But as far as directions on what to do, you really didn't get any. Like, to this day, if you ask people that didn't look online, most people that played the game Sonic 3 never beat the game because of Stage 4. And why couldn't they beat Stage 4? Because that stupid clown thing that you used to spin on, that everyone used to jump on, that goes up and down, never goes all the way down when you jump on it. Now, some of us when we were younger found out that there was a glitch where when you get the bubble, you can use the turbo controller and it makes you bounce so much like a bouncy basketball that you glitch your way through, and some of us beat it like that. But what all blew our mind when we got older was all you had to do was go on the thing and simply press up, then down, and it would go down low enough to get you there. And keep in mind, there were no directions in the game, and back then you didn't have like tips and tricks and stuff on the internet like you do now, or even YouTube videos for that matter. So you had to rely on strategy guides, which, well, Sonic didn't have back then. And it wasn't on GameFAQs until, like, that started getting popular either. But before I go back on, like, Sonic and all its history, my point is, games back then just had terrible design when it came to directing you in your objectives. Like, they were terrible at helping you understand your objectives. Like, you had to just know from constant failure. Now, as you know, I've played this game a lot growing up, so I pretty much know what to do now. But yeah, the first time I played this game, I think I died at least 3 to 4 times on average per level. Like every stage. It was the most rage-inducing feeling ever. Alright, so according to the map, the last 2 paintings are above us. So what we're going to do is we're going to grind on that rail, and hopefully we have enough speed to make the jump. And sure enough, we do. So let's go ahead. We're going to paint this. We're going to pick that up so we can get some new graffiti art. And we're going to paint this. And ladies and gents, that is stage 2. And as you see, I got pedal, which is ridiculously slow. No surprise, because I was having a tough time navigating my way through.
Jet Set Radio! We got another letter from Osaki. He says, I burned my house down. What should I do now?
So we're gonna hear the last point of this story here of pretty much what's going on, and next episode we will continue on with the story. If you guys like Jet Set Radio, go ahead, leave me a like. Go ahead, tell me in the comment section below what you think of the game. And as usual, I've been RetroBro, and I am signing out. Night, everybody.